All right, guys, sometimes people get upset when their cars get repoed. And a lot of times they try to damage them, thinking they doing something to the bank, but actually putting themselves in a worse situation.
All right, we've got this 2023 Toyota Corolla. This thing is completely messed up on the inside. It's a 2-year-old car, and it already looks like this.
Yeah.
Somebody really didn't take care of this. Look, we got panels on the inside of the car, some sort of herbs or something inside. This thing stinks so bad. We've got some missing panels on the interior, some QT cups, more trash in here, and look at the screen. What in the world were they thinking? Look, this is all scratched up. I guess
See, a lot of times they thinking they hurting the bank, guys, but when you damage a repo car, that means they're going to get less money for it at the auction. That means you're going to owe more money when you get the paperwork in the mail.
They saw that the repo man was coming. They decided to retaliate and mess up the car.
See?
Here's the front bumper. Terrible, terrible condition. All the rims are curved on this one. The front ones are even worse. If you look at the top here, it's all dented. The antenna seems like it was ripped off somehow. All right, this is another 2023 car, a 2-year-old car, and look at all the damage that it has. Interior is super dirty as well. Even left their glasses. Another Corolla. It's completely damaged as well on the front. Hopefully they had insurance and they got some money from this, but they ended up repoing.
I'll tell you what happened. They probably got the money from the insurance company. Instead of fixing the car, they just took the money, blew it, and then got the car repoed. That's crazy.
Look at this one, guys. It's a Tahoe. It's got wheels-less suspension. It's completely dirty underneath.
Man,
it's missing some sort of molding right there. If you look at the inside, this thing reeks. Look how dirty this is. I don't even know what's in there. I don't even want to touch it. So, yeah. Next up, we got this biohazard car, as you can see here. It's a 23 Nissan. Look, it's got some white stuff on the seats there. And it has a piss bottle inside. And it reeks like piss inside. So, who knows what's in this? I'm not touching it. Look, there's a Hyundai Sonata, and it's got some crash right here. This is structural damage as well. It's got the quarter panel. Then we got this Charger, Scat Pack, wide body. It's got some ugly wheels on it. Stocks look so much better than this. I don't know why they would change these out.
I'm going to tell you what happened. They knew that car was going to get repoed. That's why they took the wheels off of it, because those wheels are worth a lot of money. You probably got about $2,000 for those wheels, I guarantee you.
Then we got this Toyota Camry with 248,000 miles. The front bumper is messed up. It's got some prior paint on the side there. Terrible paint job, whoever did this. This whole car has been repainted, as you can see here. This whole thing has been repainted as well. Interior isn't in the best shape. It's super dirty. Dang. Looks like they never washed it. More Chargers. It's got like some clear coat issues. This one right here has some front end damage as well.
They be destroying them cars, bro.
Look at this one. It's a 2018 Ram 2500. This thing is disgusting, guys. It's got scratches all over, ripped seats. Dang, extremely dirty inside. And it's terrible. Same deal with the back seats. Really, really dirty truck. If we go to the front here, the grill's literally being held on by straps.
That's crazy.
Now on this side, it's even worse. The fender is all messed up. Tons of scratches on the door and even a lot of damage on the bed.
Yeah, that thing.
When you get a vehicle repossessed, this is what it looks like.
Oh my goodness.
She's even got photo albums over here, kits. I don't know how old these are. These look like from the 90s.
I can tell you what probably happened. They probably lost their home. And they probably had to live in that car. A lot of times, guys, when cars look like that, they probably lost their home, guys. They probably was homeless. Unfortunate.
Looks like she lived in this car.
Yeah,
probably. I found a rental application as well.
Yep, see?
Trying to get an apartment.
Probably trying to find somewhere to live. That's wild. The car got repoed.
Oh, so we just got done repoing this vehicle. People never even finished their down payment on the vehicle. We should have never let them take it. This thing was almost in perfect shape.
Man, they destroyed it.
Look at this.
Ain't even finished their down payment.
All the trash.
Wow. I don't know why people can do that to themselves, man.
This is ridiculous.
Sometimes things happen. You never know, man.
We got pizza, some ranch. Man, how do you do this to a vehicle in 3 weeks? It's crazy. And I swear, there's got to be a 3-day, 4-hour-old piece of fucking fish in here, because it stinks. Holy shit. Add this in here.
Guys, whatever you do, never co-sign for anybody to get a car, house, anything on your credit. Do not co-sign for it. Here's why.
This car, the vehicle in total was $39,000, right? But I was upside down 10,000, basically like $10,000.
That's crazy.
I traded my old Kia, and I didn't know, the dealership didn't tell me that the Kia's been in a lot of accidents. It hit a motorcycle, it hit a person. Like, they didn't tell me none of this shit when I got the Kia. I'm thinking like nothing's wrong with the Kia. It hasn't been in no car crashes. I asked him, he said no. So I'm thinking everything's okay, which was cap. Everything was not okay. But it is what it is. I financed it for 14. What is it called? It's called APR, something like that. 14%. I financed that for that, and my loan was $46,000, right, y'all?
Wow.
Almost 2 years later, the car is still. I still have $40,000 on the car. So basically, I've been paying for what?
So you already know what happened in this situation. She got a super high interest rate. I guarantee you that's what happened. And for whatever reason, dealerships like to take advantage of females. So I always tell females, if you're not really familiar with buying cars, please take somebody with you, because they clearly did her dirty with this car.
I don't want to show you guys my VIN number, but like, deadass, y'all, like, this shit is crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Like, how do I show you guys without showing you guys too much?
See? High interest rate. That's why I need.
It's crazy. And it's like, down. This shit is just like, you know, me struggling right now. My mom doesn't know I'm struggling. My mom is struggling. This car is on my dad's name, and it's on my name. So I don't want my dad's credit.
So I made a nice little $100,000 mistake. So I bought this Land Rover 2 or 3 months ago. I don't even have tags on the thing yet.
Wow.
And so far this winter, she has slid down our driveway, wrecked into the rocks, left me stranded once, wasn't able to make it up the hill. She has left me stranded at home.
She obviously didn't do her homework. Everybody knows Range Rovers, Land Rovers, those things are not reliable, man. At least from what I understand. So I don't know why she paid $100,000 for that car. And it seemed like she didn't even been able to enjoy the truck.
For at least 5 days. And we started to make the trip to go get my surgery done 2 weeks ago. And we had to turn around, drive to my boyfriend's mom's house and take her car up to Denver because the Land Rover could not make it. My 2014 rear-wheel drive Camaro did better in the snow than this thing, and it has good tires on it. I'd like to make a return, please.
Don't co-sign for anyone. Okay, let me be clear. Don't co-sign for anyone you don't
Nobody. I don't care who
trust with your life. Let's go all the way back where I co-signed for my sister probably back in 2016 when she was trying to get a truck because it was something that she needed for work. I consulted with my mother. She said I shouldn't. Me at the time, I was on deployment, so me being in the Navy, kind of away from home, not really understanding fully how my sister was being. When she came to me and asked if I could co-sign for her for a truck, I said, sure, why not, right? But what I wasn't told, and this is my regret, was that I was actually the one that signed technically somehow, some way for the truck.
Absolutely.
It was on my name. And
all right, for those who don't know how co-signing works, if you sign your name as a co-sign on a loan, let's say a car loan, and that person don't pay for it, you're responsible for it. And that's exactly what happened to this guy.
Fast forward about a year and a half-ish, maybe a year later, her truck was repossessed.
Yep.
Exactly.
Coming to get
and
you, bro.
When it was repossessed, guess whose name it was under and whose credit it was now affecting? Mine.
Yep. I'm on the verge of a breakdown. Don't co-sign for nobody. Don't ever co-sign for no man. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you have kids with them. I don't care if you're married to them. Do not ever co-sign with somebody, okay? I'm literally so stressed. My lease is over next month, okay? Next month, my lease is over, and I have to move out. My apartment is being sold. The owners are selling it, so I have to move out. I have applied to so many apartments. I've been denied by every single one of them.
See, that's why I always tell my daughters, never co-sign for no dude. I don't care what the situation is, especially if he ain't your husband. Because there ain't no guarantee y'all gonna make it. And as soon as y'all split, everything you co-sign for, he just gonna let it go. And guess who's gonna fall on? You. That's exactly what happened to her.
I went to the apartment that my kid's dad lives in because we have the same credit score. because I co-signed a car with him. Keep in mind, I am legally blind. I can't even drive. I've never drove a car in my life. I don't drive. I co-signed a car with him like 2 years ago so that he could have a car so he could drive our kids around. This is when we were still together, still, you know, we was a family, okay? He wrecked the car without insurance, yada yada. He put paint on it. It got repossessed. It's a whole thing, okay? I knew that's on my credit. And then the second thing was, the last house we lived in, he punched holes all throughout the walls. I go in today to fill out the paperwork. She tells me like, hey, like, it looks like you owe $16,000 on this car. So I explained the situation to her, and I'm like, yeah, I co-signed for it, yada, yada. But I'm like, my kid's dad was approved, so I should be approved. And she was like, oh, it depends on who's approving the application. She said sometimes they push them through and sometimes they won't. Anyways, so I was denied again.
That's too much.
No, a month to figure out my housing situation.
That's crazy. So now she probably ended up being homeless because she messed up her credit, co-signed for some dude that she ain't even with no more. It's an unfortunate situation, man, but that's what happens. You got to look out for yourself. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, man, hit the like button, subscribe. I hope we all learned something from these videos. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.